All right, Bam, talk to the people, man. Let them know what's getting ready to go down.
What's up, guys? Here with Good Money again. You guys already know the vibes. And we're just gonna do a quick talk, on how to diet for a six-pack abs. You get what I'm saying? Now, first thing I'm gonna say, you guys already know, before y'all start bashing me and bashing, Good Money or whatever, you can't lose body fat, and you can't target a spot in your body to lose body fat. You're just gonna get to that first. Like, you have to drop your body fat percentage. But first thing I'm gonna say though, genetics. Like, everybody has different genetics. Some people eat whatever they want and they still have six-pack abs. Some people, once they start eating unhealthy, as soon as they start eating unhealthy, they start losing losing their physique and start looking sloppy, losing their six packs, losing their muscles and all that stuff. So that's the first thing we gotta take into consideration: genetics. Second thing, body type. We have ectomorph, endomorph, and mesomorph. Now, ectomorph, most guys that are like ectomorph are trying to build, so they eat more. But where they mess up at is they go dirty bulking. That means eating whatever they want, thinking, okay, they're gonna build muscle and have that good definition. Nah, if you're on the dirty bulking, it's actually gonna be very difficult for you to get the six-pack abs. And some people do the dirty bulking and then they try to shred again, and it doesn't work. So the best thing to do is, if you're ectomorph, just keeping it real quick and simple. Make sure, even if you're on a caloric surplus, all the food you're eating is straight up healthy. You're not eating candy, drinking soda, eating mad freaking honey bun, and thinking, yeah, as far as you're working out, you're gonna freaking have the six-pack abs. No, you're not. Your muscle definition is not gonna pop out. Same thing with the endomorph. These are people that's already like high in body fat percentage. So it's like, even if they don't eat that much, they're still gonna look kind of like big and fat. They basically find it hard to lose the body fat percentage. So they usually get on a caloric deficit. So same thing applies to if you're on a caloric deficit, just make sure everything you're eating is healthy. Like, you're not cheating till you reach your fitness goal. Mesomorph, honestly, we already know mesomorph, they don't really have that much problem. Like, basically, almost the perfect body. They eat whatever they want and they still look in good shape. Now, let's just get straight to we're gonna get straight to the dieting. So, what I personally recommend, the plant-based diet and the pescatarian. If you find it hard to get on the plant-based diet, I would say go for the pescatarian. So, what I mean by plant-based diet: no meat, no dairy, just getting all your proteins, your omega-3s, minerals, you're getting them straight from plants. And why do I recommend this diet? Honestly, because it's way lower in cholesterols than other diets. It's lower in cholesterols, so that means lower risk of having a high body fat percentage. We also gotta take the intermediate, intermittent fasting into consideration too. Like, if you get on an intermittent, if you practice the intermittent fasting, which is basically you don't eat before 12 and you don't eat after 6 o'clock or 8 o'clock, that's gonna work. That works for most people. Like, most people I know, they practice that and it works for them. Moses, from the last video Good Money did, he practiced that. If y'all even see his transformation, dude looked well apart. So I recommend that too. Like, just get on the the intermittent fasting. But the second one I'm gonna talk about, while you're also on the intermittent fasting, pescatarian. So you could do, so basically with the pescatarian diet, it's still like almost close to a plant-based. All I say is like you just cut out everything, but you add fish as your source of protein. You know, like you're still eating your plants, you know, and you just eat the fish as your source of protein. Like, all right, guys. So I'm gonna show you. So I'm gonna talk about and also show you a little bit of good protein, carbs, and fats that are low in cholesterol. Now, for plant-based, high source of protein, one of the highest sources of protein is lentils. People sleep on that, especially black lentils. I'll show you guys right now. So we have lentils right here from Target, black lentils, already made, simple balance.
Turn it around.
See that? Protein source, 21 grams of protein. Also good just to even get to the carbs. Also a good source, you know, of carbs.
Fiber.
And fiber too, which is also on the carbs.
You see, we got some.
Very low in sugar, only 3 grams.
Hold it right there. Okay.
Good in iron, has 10% of iron and calcium, you know.
Okay.
See? And this is what you guys want to avoid. The trans fat and the saturated fat. And that's what most of these meats have, you know. All these red meats that people get their protein sources from, that's what it's high in, and that's why it's like almost difficult for people to have a
six-pack.
A six-pack or low body fat percent. Another source, quinoa.
So from the front first, then we go to the
quinoa,
back.
You know. These are already made, you get what I'm saying? So you guys could get the fresh one if you want. But I like to get the ready-made, so all I gotta do is warm it in the microwave.
Move your thumb. Yeah, go ahead.
You know.
Speak on it.
Yep. Also high source of carbs, 40 grams of carbs. Also a good amount of source of protein, you know. Like I said, guys, low in saturated fat and trans fat. Also got hemp seeds right here. So these are like good source of proteins and omega-3s, fats. This is the kind of fat, polyunsaturated fat. These are the fats and
polyunsaturated fat.
Yep, those are the ones you want to get. Those are the fats you want most in your body, not the saturated fat and the trans fat. See, the saturated fat is just only 1.5 gram, which is low compared to the polyunsaturated fat and the monounsaturated fat. Well, it's almost the same, but
those are good.
Yeah,
those
but
the fats.
The polyunsaturated fat is the one you want to really have in your body. Avocados are high in those two polyunsaturated fat. You know, if I had some, you guys should know how avocado look. So, you know, also get those type of fats from peanuts, you know, freaking cashews, all the nuts, almonds.
Walnuts.
Yep, walnuts.
One of the best.
Yeah.
Walnuts and hemp seeds.
Yep, hemp seeds. Those are good. And as far as protein, your red beans, you know, your black beans, all of those. Your chickpeas, peas, you know, all of those are good sources of protein that are low in saturated fats. And same thing, they also, that's what I love about
and fiber, I'm sorry,
yeah,
and fiber.
That's
Fiber's
what I love
very important.
about a plant-based diet. It's good in fiber and it's good in protein. Now, for meat, you can't get fiber from meat. All you can get is protein. And think about it, you're getting protein with saturated fats. So how are you gonna get your six-pack abs?
Yeah. All right, man.
You're never gonna get it. So, like I said, get on the plant-based diet, and if you're like, man, I'm not about this grass life, eating only grass, nah, I ain't with that shit. So, you can cheat a little bit and just add some fish to it. You get what I'm saying? Some salmon, That's like the leanest, one of the leanest source of protein in meat you can get. So if you're not about that, you know, discipline on a plant-based diet, then I'll say, you know, add some fish to it. And I mean, and that's only the only thing you should add. Stay away from milk, like the dairy milk. You know, if you're looking for sources of if you're looking for milk, plant-based milk, you can check the pea milks, the almond milk. But as far as like dairy, you gotta stay away from dairy, cheese. All those stuff are super high in cholesterol and fat. You want to stay away from them. So those are, like I just explained, those are good source of protein, carbs, and fats, which are the things you need in your body. Very high source of fiber too. So you guys should be good on that.
So
and make sure you're drinking your tea, your ginger tea, your black tea in the mornings. If you're performing the intermittent fasting, like, you know, because the thing about the drinking green teas and ginger teas or black tea in the morning, it'll help you feel full before 12 o'clock. So, and after 6 o'clock or 8 o'clock. So if you're trying to perform the intermittent fasting, where it's like, okay, I only want to eat between 12 and 6 or 8 o'clock. You can drink tea before 12 and drink tea after 6 to feel full. So you don't get so hungry and start eating. You know, and it helps cleanse your system. So.
all right, Bam, good looking. Follow my man. His links to his social media will be in the description box. Follow him on Instagram. Subscribe to his YouTube channel.
All the and I have all the full day of eating for you guys to check out.
Yeah, on his channel. Yeah, check it out.
So you guys
please subscribe to his channel, man.
Yeah.
All right, help him get that 10,000 subscribers, man.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Thanks again.
I hope this video was helpful. Make sure you subscribe to Good Money too.
Thank you, my brother.